For clothing brands that are investing in inventory, releasing less variance in terms of the different products that you offer and the different designs that you offer is going to be advantageous for you because it's going to eliminate a lot of the logistical complexity that you're going to have to face while growing your clothing brand. For example, my clothing brand offers right around 60 different products and designs. Each of those products has 6 different sizes that we need to stock. So realistically, with the 60 different products, it's more like hundreds because you got to keep every single item in stock and every single size, and it gets really complex trying to manage all that. Also, the overhead's going to be much bigger because you need to stock all these different sizes and all these different products. And so there's this tendency when you start up your clothing brand to want to go wide with your brand and offer all these different designs and all these different products. Because in your mind, what you're thinking is, well, somebody's going to come across my site and there's going to be one thing that they like on the site if I'm offering all of these different products. But what I actually recommend is going more narrow with your brand. Finding out what's working for your brand and sticking to those few products that are absolutely crushing and being very cautious with releasing new products. I've made the mistake of releasing new products just because I thought it was something that I had to do. And some of them just didn't turn out doing all that well when others were just crushing. And if I'd had the hindsight and I really thought about it, I probably would have been a bit more cautious. So I want to talk to you about it in this video. I hope you enjoy. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. You post a project on Design Crowd, amazing designers from all around the world are going to compete for your project. You choose the winner, then you get that design plus revisions. No lie, I've sold thousands of these designs on my website and I got them all made through Design Crowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, or just use the discount code apparel when you post a project on Design Crowd. So something that I've realized is that I have the same human biases that everybody else does. And one of those was thinking that the more products I release and offer on my website, the more options that I have, the more likely it is that when shoppers come to my website, they're going to find something that they like. And as much as there's truth in that, the negatives of that philosophy outweigh the positives like crazy. And I want to talk to you about this from a logistical perspective in terms of how you're running your brand and how everything is structured. And also from a psychological standpoint and how people are shopping on your website. So from a purely logistical point of view, looking at your clothing brand objectively, straight up, the more products that you release and the more that you offer at one time, the more it's going to cost you. And on top of that, the more logistical complexity is going to be involved in your business trying to maintain all of the stock in all of the different products. From a psychological perspective, we think that by offering all of these different products on our website, that maybe our website visitors will find one item that they actually like. But what ends up happening is, number one, you end up selling a lot of products that people don't like and it kind of throws them off. And number two, what people don't know, they don't know. Like, let's say you want to offer 10 t-shirts on your website and you decide to only release 5 of them. Your customers don't know about the other products that you were going to release. So it doesn't have any effect on their buying decision on the products that you are offering. And if the products that you are offering are good, then that's really all that matters. There may be other products that would also be good, but it doesn't matter because if they see one that they like and they also like another one, then you really didn't need to release that second design anyways. You could have just stocked more of that inventory for that one item, and that way you're not going to run into as much logistical complexity, as I've been saying throughout this video, by coming out with just a more narrow product line. And so, I get asked a lot, how many designs should you release for a clothing brand that's just starting? It's okay to release a clothing brand with like 3 different t-shirts and 3 different designs, and that's it. And as long as they're really good, and as long as you design the website really well, and as long as your brand concept's good, and as long as all the other things are good, that might be all that you literally need to get started, is just those amazing designs that are selling really well. There's a brand I've talked about before on this channel called East Coast Lifestyle. And when they launched their brand, all that they came out with was one hoodie with the Anchor logo on it. And they sold millions of that one hoodie. And they came out with a couple other colors and things like that, but it was just on that one design. And the reason for that was because they locked in on a design that was truly working for them and that was their brand. And what's the point of introducing extra complexity if you don't really need to? Like, only expand the brand when you really need to expand the brand, because otherwise you're introducing all of this complexity into it. And, you know, I recognize that some brands are built on a brand concept where the whole point is releasing different designs all the time, and I totally get that. But for the most part, you know, that's a much more difficult thing logistically to manage than if you've just got your flagship designs that you're selling that you know are crushing, that are selling with your audience. That's going to be much easier for you to manage. So let's answer the age-old question here. You're starting up a clothing brand. How many products should you release? How many products should a clothing line have that they're offering? Well, there's no rules around this. You can come out with 2 products for your clothing brand, and as long as those designs are meshing with your audience and it's a really sick design and it's connecting, then you can stock up heavy in those 2 designs and just let those fly, and then introduce one product here, one product there as you need to. I think that that's a much better way to go about it, because it's going to be much easier to grow and much easier to expand than if you invest in too many different designs all at once. You're stuck with all this inventory that's not selling, and you run into a logistical nightmare. So I really hope that that helps. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please hit the like button for me and let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.